My talk is about flaws in education. I believe that the current system of education is broken. I don't always feel that everything we learn in school is worth it in the long run. Daily, my classmates moan and wonder why they have to sit through such dull lessons, even when the teachers are teaching it to us in a very enthused way. Don't get me wrong, I agree with all the subjects we learn in school, but not as much when it comes to the things in the subjects. What if the reason for a groan in the middle of math class is because a student is almost certain that this particular method of trigonometry will not help them get ahead in life? In my case, I change what occupation I aspire to at least twice a year. So I'm not exactly implying that junior high students need to decide on their future right now. But imagine what it might be like if, instead of being told for the next science unit you're doing structures and forces, you'd have the choice between that, studying cells, or botany. Then the child would be able to pick the topic that interests them, and perhaps one day that topic can help them in their chosen line of work. Now, one problem that may occur for this idea is the added amount of teachers needed. But here at Rundle Academy, we have 3 teachers for science in grade 7. Each teacher could choose to teach the science topic they like the most. And in helping the students, it would ironically help out the teachers as well. I also think that our current school curriculum is missing a few areas of study that are really important. And I know this might sound as shallow as ever, but teenagers need coaching in social skills. Which I can only imagine schools leave up to the parents. But not every child is as lucky as me, and not everyone has parents who will teach them these essential life skills. I also think schools should teach, or at least offer, basic first aid and necessary things like how to get a job, how to pay taxes, how to budget our money, or how to parent, since apparently 84% of humans reproduce. Or even more exciting, what if you could learn about something that you're really interested in for at least 1 period a day? It's not necessarily part of the curriculum. You didn't get tested on it. That didn't necessarily lead to a job. But that would excite a student and help them see that learning is awesome. So imagine if school were to teach a more diversified curriculum. What would the outcome be? I think that if changes like this were put in place in 2020, starting for grade 4 or 5 students, then the effects would be amazing. Okay, so leap ahead to 2025. The students that first started in this program would now be in 9th or 10th grade, and would now be the first generation of true life experts. Perhaps they won't be able to tell you what force pushes a plane up off the top of their head, but they might be better at solving conflicts and might also be on their way to saving up their first $1 million. Furthermore, what these students would thrive in would be what they're interested in. Well, what would the positive and negative effects be 3 or 4 years later when these students graduate? Well, if school were to put more choice into the curriculum, it would change a person's point of view in life and in education. Currently, some schools resemble a slaughterhouse for childhood creative energies. The current point of school is to integrate people into society and turn them into dull adults. No offense, adults. Kids have big dreams, but as they progress through school, often they bury these big dreams. Getting lots of choices in school might not necessarily keep these big dreams alive, but the process of being able to choose what you wanted to do would help you learn what your true passion is. And isn't that an idea and an ideal worth spreading?